The car. It's more than just a mode of transportation. It's a symbol of freedom, adventure, and human ingenuity. Today, we're going to journey through the incredible history of the automobile, uncovering how it revolutionized travel, transformed economies, and changed our lives forever. Before we continue, please like this video and consider subscribing to the channel if you've not done so, as this helps us grow. Done? Let's get into it. The early beginnings, late 18th, early 19th century. Our journey begins in the late 1700s. Although it might surprise you, the first vehicles were not gasoline-powered. In 1769, French inventor Nicolas Joseph Cugnot built what many consider the first self-propelled vehicle. It was a massive, steam-powered tricycle designed for the French army to transport artillery. But it was slow, bulky, and had a limited range. Practical, but far from ideal. Throughout the 19th century, inventors in Europe and America experimented with steam engines. These steam carriages were essentially modified trains, with boilers and steam tanks powering the wheels. While impressive, steam vehicles had their flaws. They were expensive, high maintenance, and often unreliable. The birth of the internal combustion engine, mid-late 19th century. A major breakthrough came in the mid-1800s with the invention of the internal combustion engine. In Germany, two inventors named Carl Benz and Gottlieb Daimler separately developed internal combustion engines that ran on gasoline. This type of engine was much smaller, more powerful, and efficient than steam engines. In 1886, Benz created what is widely considered the first true automobile, the Benz patent motor wagon. It had a single-cylinder, four-stroke engine that could reach speeds of up to 10 miles per hour. Around the same time, Daimler and his partner Wilhelm Maybach also built a gasoline-powered vehicle, marking the start of a new era. The age of mass production, Ford and the Model T, early 20th century. While European inventors pioneered automobile technology, it was an American who made cars accessible to the masses. In 1908, Henry Ford introduced the Model T. Ford's real innovation wasn't the car itself, it was how he built it. His use of assembly lines made the Model T affordable, bringing car ownership within reach for millions. The Model T wasn't just popular in the United States, it was exported globally, leading to a surge in car culture worldwide. By the 1920s, Ford's production methods were adopted globally, and Europe and Japan began developing their own automotive industries. The golden age of cars, from the 1920s to the 1950s. After World War I, the 1920s saw the car industry boom. In the United States, brands like Chrysler, Chevrolet, and Dodge joined Ford in producing affordable, reliable cars. Over in Europe, luxury brands like Rolls-Royce and Mercedes-Benz focused on building high-quality, sophisticated vehicles. The 1930s and 1940s saw cars evolve from simple transportation to symbols of style and status. Innovations in design, suspension, and safety transformed the driving experience. By the 1950s, cars represented freedom, prosperity, and a new post-war lifestyle in America, Europe, and beyond. Meanwhile, Japan was emerging as a major player. Brands like Toyota, Honda, and Nissan invested heavily in building reliable, fuel-efficient cars that became popular worldwide. By the 1970s, during the oil crisis, demand for these fuel-efficient Japanese cars skyrocketed. The Japanese automakers introduced concepts like lean manufacturing and continuous improvement, helping them produce high-quality cars at competitive prices. By the 1980s, Japanese cars were some of the best-selling vehicles in the world. As car ownership increased, so did concerns about pollution and fossil fuel dependency. In the 1990s, hybrid cars like the Toyota Prius emerged, using both gasoline and electricity to reduce emissions. By the 2000s, advances in battery technology and renewable energy fueled a shift towards fully electric vehicles. In 2008, Tesla launched its Roadster, proving that electric cars could be fast, luxurious, and practical. Since then, Other major automakers have invested in electric vehicles, and today, EVs are seen as the future of the industry. Now, the car industry stands on the brink of a new revolution: autonomous driving. Companies like Waymo, Tesla, and traditional automakers are working on self-driving cars that could change everything once again. In the near future, cars may drive themselves, freeing us to relax, work, or even sleep during our journeys. Combined with electric power, self-driving technology could make transportation safer, greener, and more accessible. The car has come a long way since its steam-powered beginnings, and the journey is far from over. The history of the car is a testament to human creativity, adaptability, and resilience. From the earliest experiments to the cutting-edge technology of today, cars have shaped our world and will continue to drive us toward the future. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the incredible history of the automobile.